All right, so solve the system algebraically. There's two different ways to do this. One way to do this is multiply both sides by x squared minus 7x plus 10. But the thing is, when I see this, it's interesting to me. It makes me think there's got to be something I can do to simplify. And this is, you don't have to do it this way, okay? But for me, this feels right. And I notice there's a match, so I'm going to cross those off. So I can more simply write this equation as x plus 1 over x minus 2 equals 4. So that when I have to multiply both sides by x minus 2, it's just easier, okay? Because when I do that, then these two are gone, and I'm left with x plus 1 equals, distribute, 4x minus 8. Subtract 3x. Oops, 4x. I'm just doing this all at once, and subtract 1. And I end up with negative 3x equals negative 9. Divide by negative 3, x equals 3. I feel like I might have made a mistake somewhere, so I went a little bit fast. So let me double check. Sorry. Let's see. Guess I'm good. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to check by plugging it in. There's no extraneous solutions, and I'm good to go. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. This one, I got to get rid of everything. So whatever the first guy is, give it to everything. Whatever the second guy is, give it to everything, unless the first guy already has it. But this is a plus 3, and this is a multiply, so they're different. X, X, X. And then whatever the third thing is, give it to the first and the second, unless the first and second already have it. Well, I already gave the X from the second one, so I'm just going to write a 2, a 2, and a 2. Now I'm going to cross off x plus 3, x plus 3, x, x, don't forget the 2, 2x, 2x. Well, let's write what's left. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2 times 2 is 4, but then I have the x plus 3, so I don't want to forget to give to that. So I get plus 4x plus 12 equals, and then I distribute, 5x plus 15. Now, since I have an x squared, I'm going to move everything over. 2x squared minus x minus 3 equals 0. The only way to get 2x squared, sorry about that, is 2x and x. So the 3's here and the 1's here. The way to make it negative, if that's 3 and that's 2, that's got to be negative positive. So x equals 3 halves and x equals negative 1. Check for extraneous. It's not going to affect any of my extraneous solutions, so that is my answer. Okay. Let's go to the next one. The next one is dividing. So when I'm going to divide, I'm going to flip the second guy. But I'm a little lazy, so I'm going to factor the bottom, but put it on top. Done. I'm going to factor the top, but I'm going to put it on the bottom. I only recommend doing this if you're 1000% sure you're good to go. And then I'm going to factor the top, 3x, x, 3, 1, plus negative. Remember, we're doing guess and check, because negative 1 plus 9 does give me 8. Square root, 3x minus 1, 3x plus 1. And you will have more space on the test, but you know how it goes. If you don't feel like you have enough space, then get scratch paper. So 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1. 3x plus 1, 3x plus 1. Those are different, so don't cross that off. An 8 and a 2 gives me a 4. And I have 2 on top and 3 on bottom, so I have 1 more on the bottom. I'll do a quick run through of what's left. Okay. So I'm left with 4 times x plus 3 over x times x plus 2, which is 4x plus 12. But leave the bottom because then you can see the zeros more clearly. Comma, where x cannot equal 0 and x cannot equal negative 3. Okay. Oop, just kidding. That's a 2. That's a 2. Be careful. Human mistakes. I love making human mistakes because it reminds me that we're all human. We want to just check for that. Okay. Let's go to the next one. The area of a triangle. Ooh, area is 1/2 base times height. So the area, we're saying the area is this, so that's going to go in there. And the height is this, So that's going to go there, and they want you to find the base. They want you to find that. So I'm going to go 18x squared plus 6x equals 1/2 b times 3x plus 1. All right. There's honestly a bunch of different ways to approach this. Doesn't matter, bunch of different ways. But for me, I notice a pattern. So I'm going to look at this side, and I'm going to take out a 6x, and I'd be left with 3x plus 1. And then equals 1/2 b, 3x plus 1. I notice that I have 3x plus 1 on both sides, so they cancel. 6x equals 1/2 b. How do I get rid of a fraction? Multiply by the denominator. 12x equals b. Oh, I got b. So my answer is 12x in parentheses millimeters. Yes, I will be looking for that. Yes, it needs to be in parentheses. Okay. I want to show you another way that you could have solved this. So you could have gone 18x squared plus 6x equals 1/2 b times 3x plus 1. So something you could have done is you could have divided by 3x plus 1 in the beginning. And then you would have been left with 1/2 b on this side. Factored this. Now see they're gone. 6x equals 1/2 b, dot, dot, dot. You could have multiplied both sides by 2 in the beginning. Another way you could have gone is 18x squared plus 6x equals 1/2 b times 3x plus 1. So something I could have done is I could have multiplied both sides by 2 in the beginning. And then I would have gotten 36x squared plus 12x equals b times 3x plus 1. And then I could have taken out a 12x here and gone 3x plus 1. Crossed off the 3x plus 1s, 12x equals b, so 12x millimeters. I don't care. I just want you to see that there's different ways to do it. All right, simplify. So this is we're adding, so we need to have the bottoms the same. So whatever this guy is, give it to this guy. And whatever this guy is, give it to this guy. And then now I'm going to distribute 3x plus. And then when I see this, I'm going to box it out. And I end up with x squared plus 5x plus 7x plus 12 all over my common denominator. Now I'm going to put the same together. There's an x squared. 3x plus 5x plus 7x is 15x plus 12 over x times x plus 7. See if I can simplify. There are not two numbers that multiply to get 12 and add to get 15. Oops, I made a mistake. 5 times 7 is, wow, I'm doing awesome, is 35. So let's make that a 35. Okay, again, it's easy to make silly mistakes. Okay, so there aren't two numbers that multiply to get 35 and add to get 15, so I cannot simplify it. Then I just write my restriction, and now I am good to go. The next one is similar, but got to change the signs of everything to the right. The bottoms are already the same, which is great. So 7x squared, 3x squared minus 17x squared is negative 14x. You've got to know it's got to be harder than that. So I'm going to factor, take out a 7x, x minus 2, 7x, 7x. Nothing left on the bottom. X minus 2 is the answer. Since I have no denominator with a variable, there are no restrictions, and that's it.